played a wine glass. I learned to do it. My brother taught me when I was 6 years old. You take a wine glass, you wet your finger, you rub the rim, certain pressure, certain speed, and it'll sing. And that principle was explored in the 17th and 18th centuries by musicians in Europe. They came up with sets of wine glasses mounted on a table, and you can tune them by adding water. If you add water, it increases the mass and lowers the pitch, so you can actually create sets of glasses that you jump around the table to play. And if you're careful, you can even set it up, you can play 2 and even 3 notes at a time. So Ben Franklin, on March 28th in 1761, was over in Cambridge, and he was the American colony's ambassador to the court, hoping to ward off the American Revolution. Didn't succeed in that. But he went to a concert on March 28th by a man who was in the Royal Society with him, a man named Charles Delaval, and he played a concert of musical glasses, individual glasses. And Franklin wrote in his diary that very night that he was charmed by the sweetness of the tones of glass, but he thought the playing method jumping from individual glass to glass was too cumbersome. So he set about that very night coming up with a way to mechanize it and make everything more convenient for the player. So the result is this, and he ended up naming the instrument. He called it the Armonica. He said in a letter to Father Beccaria, who was a fellow scientist of his living in Italy, he wrote a letter which survives in the Yale Library, and he explained how to build one. He wanted his friend to build one. And he said, I named it in honor of the Italian language. In the Italian language, the word for harmony is armonia, and so he called it the armonica. And so the wine glass, this is a red wine glass about there. This is a white wine glass about there. This is a shot glass up here. Let's see if we can, now I don't play that one tonight, so it's not in playing shape. I don't think it's going to play. No. And then they get down to about the size of a cheese cover, cereal bowl, and then even a cake cover. The biggest bowls you play with the side of your hand. So the idea is that you're doing the same thing. You're touching the rim, but they're turned on their side, and they're cupped on a shaft so that they all spin mechanically. And so if I wet my fingers and put them down in a keyboard-like fashion, and that's natural sound, no amplification, no electronics.
Excellent.